We got a lot of stuff on the log, but thankfully, really not too much big serious stuff. I'll just kind of wade through this. The aggravated assaults, really nothing big out of there. Most of those were some domestics, but no serious injuries. The burglaries, we had quite a few reports. It did have a couple, not sure if these are related, but Saturday morning had employees that found a casino. Somebody had broke into a casino and then broke into several different video lottery machines. That was at the Paradise Casino at 12th and Ebenezer. And then on Sunday morning, the Black Diamond Casino, the employees found that somebody broke into that one as well. That one is 41st Street and Terry, and again, they broke open some video lottery machines. So both of those were early, 5:30, 6 o'clock when it was discovered a.m. No suspects on that. I know the casinos have surveillance cameras, so we'll be working on getting footage from that. But as far as burglaries go, that was really the only thing unusual.
The first one on that stand, that was Saturday?
The first one was found Saturday morning. Yeah, that was just a little after 6 a.m. That was the Paradise Casino. And then on Sunday, about 5:30 a.m. was the Black Diamond Casino.
Do you know how many machines were broken into at all?
Let me look here. I don't remember. I think it was just like 3 or 4 each, but it was 4 machines at the Black Diamond. And looks like it was two machines at the Paradise Casino.
These happened overnight?
Yeah, sometime during the night. Let's see, nothing real big from the disorderlies. Most of those are trespassings and failure to vacate. Nothing, embezzlement were all cars that were loaned out. The family offenses were all reports. Larcenies, I didn't get to really much of any of those. There was one that I heard about that was a little different, shall we say. This was Friday afternoon. We had a man call police because his truck was broke into. He suspected or believed that it was his ex-girlfriend broke into his truck. Only a couple of things were taken, a bottle warmer and some marijuana. There was a small amount of marijuana, but he was very insistent that he wanted a report made. So no arrests on that one, but it's not every day that we have people calling to say their marijuana was stolen.
Where did that happen at, Sam?
Yeah, that was, let's see. There it is. That was near 16th Street and Sycamore Avenue.
And what day was that?
The report was made Friday. Let me see. So it was sometime during he thought probably week earlier or so. Sometime, yeah, 2 or 3 weeks before that. So not sure why he waited so long to report it, but he did. Let's see. Narcotics, didn't have a chance to get to those. I didn't hear of anything big. The rape, both of those are reports. The robbery, that one, still basically investigating it, but we had some girls, women that had some car problems, And then one of them got hold of a friend. There was 3 guys that showed up. They got the car started and then followed them to an apartment on West Madison. This is in the 2100 block of West Madison Street. Once they pulled into the parking lot, the people that helped them out, the guys in this other car, pulled in behind them, blocked them. One of them pulled out a gun, took a backpack from one of the victims, and they were trying to steal the car, but they couldn't get the car started. And then they ended up getting back into their car and then drove away. So the only thing that was taken was the backpack. We do have some information to follow up on, but at this point, no arrests have been made, no injuries to anybody.
Give the victim's age at all?
Yeah, let's see. The one that had the backpack, or yeah, the backpack stolen. That's the wrong report. That one. Right. Sorry, the computer's being a little slow this morning. The woman with the backpack is 24. And another one is 23. And the last one is 21. All of them from Sioux Falls.
And so where'd that first start out at, where they like got help?
What's that?
So they got help at one spot, and then the suspects followed to another
Right.
spot, or that 21, the Madison Street location.
Yep, it was on Arrowhead Parkway near Highline, I guess, is the intersection. So Highline and Arrowhead Parkway. So they were in a parking lot nearby there, and that's where they couldn't get the car going. Okay, nothing real big out of the simple assaults. We've got 2 unattended deaths. One of them, nothing suspicious. The other one, we're still investigating. That was a man that was found outside. This was near 29th Street North and Van Epps Avenue. So it doesn't, on the outset, doesn't appear that there was anything suspicious, but he was found dead, and so we're working with the coroner's office to try to figure out exactly what happened. So if we hear more on that, we'll let everybody know. But vandalisms, didn't get a chance to get to any of those either. The weapons violations, the first one we had, that was a guy that was taking his gun out of a holster and accidentally shot himself in the leg. No charges related to that one. We did have one on, that was early Monday. That was about 2 a.m. near 13th and Summit, which is the 400 block of South Summit. And it seems, let me get this pulled up here. Seems like there's kind of an ongoing dispute between people in a couple of different houses in that block. And I don't know if we've ever figured out what that was, but there was several gunshots that were heard. There was somebody that, a witness, happened to record at least part of what happened, and so we were able to get some information from that. But there was some type of dispute that happened, that we know. We had a guy that left one of the houses with a shotgun. He was seen carrying that around, and then he handed it to somebody else, and we're not sure who that person was. Then there was several gunshots that happened from the shotgun, and then a little bit later there were some other gunshots that happened from a handgun. There were some bullet holes that were found in the side of the house that came from a handgun. Once they kind of sorted everything out, eventually they found the shotgun and found there was the serial number on the shotgun had been altered. And they found the guy that carried it out of the house, and since they saw him carrying the shotgun with the altered serial number, he was arrested for possession of a firearm with an altered serial number. He also had a warrant that he was arrested for too. So we don't have any charges related to the shootings, either discharging the gun or shooting it at the house. We're not sure who the other people are, but we've got some information. We're still working that angle on it. But thankfully nobody was injured out of that, and hopefully we'll be able to figure out who the other people that were involved in this. I can give you his name if you want it. His last name is Jones, Jones. First is Cody, Cody. His middle name is, I'll just spell it, Detravius. And I think there's a space, but our system doesn't do that. But then it's Dumaris. And he's 24, from Watertown.
He wasn't the one who shot the shotgun then?
He was the one that was, yeah, we saw him, had witnesses that saw him carrying the shotgun, and then he handed it to somebody else, and then somebody else fired the shotgun.
Yeah, no, the shots were, bullet holes were in the houses at all?
The shotgun, I think it was, I don't think we found any damage.
Or was it just from the handgun?
I think it was a house that had been shot with a handgun, and there were 2 bullet holes in the side of that house. There were 3 shell casings from a handgun that were found. And there were shotgun shells that were found as well, but let me see how many there were. It's not telling me yet. I think that one was 2 or 3, but I can't find it right now. Yeah, I don't know. It'll take me a little bit to figure out. There's too many reports in with this. It was something like that, like 3 or 4 or 5 spent shotgun shells were found.
Was it an altercation that kind of started, or just a couple people?
Some
thinking
type
about
of, yeah, it's some type of dispute between a couple of people in different houses. So I'm not really sure what started it, what led up to it. I don't know what happened tonight or that night that sparked all of this. So, and last weapons violation, that was the guy was arrested for shoplifting. Found he had a handgun with him, and then he's a former drug offender, so he was not supposed to be in possession of that gun, so he was arrested. And they also found some marijuana and meth with him, but gun wasn't used with anything; it was just concealed with him. The only other thing that I have, we had a whole bunch of stolen vehicles again this weekend. We had 20 of them, and unfortunately, 18 of them had keys left in them. I'd say probably the majority of those were running, people warming them up, or somebody went into a convenience store real quick and somebody else just jumped in the car and drove away. So we've talked about this many times. The stolen vehicles we have in Sioux Falls, the vast majority of them, the keys are left inside the car. Sometimes they're running, sometimes they're not, but please take the keys out of the car. Even if you're just going to go inside for a quick trip to grab something, take the keys with you. It takes 2 seconds for somebody else to get in the car and drive away, and then you're kind of stuck. So we don't want to see people losing their cars. We don't want to see people, that's basically it. We don't want to see people losing their cars. So do a couple of quick things for yourself. Make sure you're taking the keys out. Don't leave spare keys in the car. It's just easy for people to break a window and find keys and drive away. So.
What days do you have the most cars stolen over the weekend?
I don't have a breakdown of what they were by day.
It was just 20 overall.
20 total stolen vehicles. Yeah, I know, a long weekend, so that kind of helps to add to those numbers. But I think the big thing was 18 out of those 20 had keys left in them. And that's all I have, unless you guys have anything else. Yeah.
I just was wondering if you have any updates. There was an incident at the 38 Roadhouse this morning. Do you have any updates on that? Or I know that was like maybe an hour or two ago. So if you know.
The 38 Roadhouse?
Yeah.
Where's that at?
Ellis and right off of Highway 38, I think.
That's probably going to be the sheriff's office.